Hello, hi, thanks for joining us. If you're new to our webinar series, I'm Emma, Senior Account Manager at Entice.
And I'm Bec, I'm the Digital Marketing Manager here at Entice. And today we're here to talk about embracing AI.
Yeah, so how to use AI to enhance your marketing, essentially. So for those of you, again, that haven't sort of met us before in person or seen us on a webinar, we're Entice Creative. We are a digital creative marketing agency in Chester. I know lots of the attendees today do know us, but if you don't, please do get in touch.
So what is AI in the context of marketing? Obviously, AI will touch thousands of industries across the world, but today we're here to talk about marketing specifically. So AI is obviously artificial intelligence or machine learning, and that we can use it in marketing to generate or support ideas, your content, your visuals, or even administrative tasks.
Yeah, it's a hard way to say that. Administrative. So you were saying, Bec, obviously any department, any company can use AI, really?
Any department, yeah, but particularly AI at the moment, specifically what's coming out at the moment with all the software, really is geared towards utilising it within your marketing.
Yeah, but obviously the big question is, how can marketing and AI work harmoniously together? Obviously during our conversation you said we're already using AI without realising it. So how are we using it, Bec? Because I wasn't aware of a lot of these things that I'm already using.
So a lot of things that obviously we use in our day-to-day lives use some form of AI to an extent anyway. So your Alexa, your Google Assistant, your Siri, if you're doing Google ads or social media ads, that ad targeting, that uses AI. Grammarly, if you use that to proofread your copy, that will be using it. Customer service bot as well, we might get quite frustrated with them, they use AI. Your spam filters, your subtitles, your out of office responses, your Google Maps, your autocorrect, your search engines, your voice to text, your email filters. Yeah, it's all over the place.
So it's out there and supporting our day-to-day tasks already, but obviously it's now advancing, moving quite quickly.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing. So
now we've said what AI is. There are people that are wary of AI, and there are some good reasons why people are wary of AI.
Yeah.
One, it won't be taking over the world anytime soon.
Yeah. So I think we were chatting, weren't we, yesterday? Because you were saying about one of the big sort of head honchos for Google.
Yeah.
He's since come out and said.
Yeah. So Geoffrey Hinton, he is kind of a pioneer of AI at Google. He's recently come out and said that he's resigned basically, so we can talk more freely about the dangers of AI and how he's worried that it will eclipse human intelligence. So he really is encouraging people to kind of slow down. See where we are, just
take stock.
Okay.
Brilliant. Okay.
And another issue is people are concerned that it's going to be stealing our jobs.
Yeah, I think that's the big concern of people, but it's not going to happen anytime soon.
No.
If anything, like we'll move on to talk about later, but it may actually create jobs.
Exactly.
So yeah, perfect.
So experts estimate that although AI could eliminate 85 million jobs, it is expected to create 97 million jobs by 2025. And these are estimates. There's no way to predict the future. There's no way to see what is going to happen with AI in the future. So
yeah, that is interesting though. But you'll always somewhere need, alongside with AI, that human element. So it's going to always have to be working alongside of. Contributions to the global economy?
Yeah, 15.7 trillion it is expected to contribute by 2030.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's a big thing. We can't really ignore AI. It's something we need to kind of embrace and find and make the most of.
Yeah. Amazing. So in terms of the tools that are already out there and that we're already using, we're ChatGPT.
Yeah, I think ChatGPT is one of the biggest ones that has come out recently. It's owned by Bing, and Bard, which is owned by Google, which came out fairly recently as well.
Yeah.
they're great tools to use for like idea generation. While we wouldn't really suggest you use them to write an entire article, if you're stuck for an idea or stuck for a headline, stuck for bullet points, they're great just to give you that
just
little
start the ball rolling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and that's what we've been looking at it for. Just start the ball rolling, see what it produces, but obviously knowing that it's not 100% exactly reliable in that sense.
I mean, ChatGPT, it states explicitly on the website that it's limited to events pre-2021. So anything after that, it's very limited. So we do need to kind of sanity check and if anything we put in there. They're both very, very explicit as well about that they're experiments. They're not taking any account of how accurate these things are. So it does really...
So it can produce some inaccurate information.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, great.
Productivity, so we can use, there's some great tools out there for just to make our lives easier. Mail-in is actually an AI tool to support another AI tool. So Mail-in integrates ChatGPT into your browser. So you're writing an email, you're on your WordPress website, you can kind of pull ChatGPT onto there directly rather than having to go across and forwards.
Yeah, great. That's quite clever.
And then Fireflies, which would be great for you, Emma, and your role, will transcribe and analyze and provide any key action points from a meeting. So rather than obviously it takes a massive amount of time to write meeting notes and gather some key action points from it. So that's
so I'm trialing this one this week.
You are.
So I'm really excited to see how this can produce great things from my meetings. So I'm quite excited about that.
And now video AI is obviously a massive thing in marketing. Every social media platform looks to use video. So we found Flicky is quite a good one. This bases your video on a blog or a script. So you input that and it will basically create a video for you. And then, am I saying this right? Synthesia, which will create a video using an AI generated avatar. So you basically say what they ask them to say what you want them to say, and
you can pick like male or female, and it generates you an avatar. See, I've seen quite a few of these, and I think they will start to get quite samey.
They will.
Obviously recently we just won a Prolific North Award for Video of the Year for work with one of our clients, and the reason I think one of the judges loved the video was because the actual star of the video, Rianne, she was talking to the human element was so visible, so there. You could have never recreated that with an avatar saying what she said, the emotion in her voice and everything like that. So I think where they do have a place for maybe explainer videos or just general sort of information giving videos and mix it up from just seeing text to deliver information, I do think like the human element again needs to be there.
I mean, it does remove the need for expensive camera equipment, but I think overall there is still some work to do on video AI.
And eventually these kind of avatar videos they'll saturate everywhere, and it'll become a bit boring, I think.
So imagery. So imagery is obviously a massive thing in marketing. Whether you're using stock imagery or product imagery, and there are AI tools out there to help you. So we found Pebbly is quite a good one for product images. You literally just upload an image of your product and it'll put it in some lovely backgrounds, as you can see on that screenshot.
That's interesting from a sustainability point of view, because I think a lot of people have noticed that they're cutting back on traveling to locations to do shoots and things, and traveling to these exotic locations to get these amazing shoots. So actually saving air miles and things like that by actually generating these AI generated images to showcase your product in a different location, that might help people with their, ESG kind of policies and things like that. So it could actually work in tune with that.
Oh, definitely. And then we've got stock IMG, which will generate any image from any written prompt you'd like. We've had some fun with not stock IMG, but with another, which we'll see later on. I think in this case, the brief is very, as with any marketing brief, it needs to be really, really detailed. And if you'll see why in a minute, if it's not detailed, then you will receive some pretty
strange things. So next.
There we go. Oh, no, I think we've missed a slide there. Sorry.
No, there we go. We're fine. Yeah. So benefits of embracing technical picture. Benefits of embracing AI. So talk to me about the benefits.
So I mean, there's tons and tons of benefits. One, it will support your ideas and your inspiration. Obviously, we need that human element, but if we get those, obviously you get stuck.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Creative
click your brain back into
place. Totally.
It will save a huge amount of time on administrative tasks.
Yeah.
Obviously in marketing, they're essential, but they take you away from your creativity.
Yeah.
So that's where they'll help.
I like this one, the time-saving thing, to allow us as a marketing agency as well to kind of free up the time for like other creative elements. So on the admin tasks we do, so how we can integrate that to free up more time for client work, idea generation and things like that.
It will remove the need for costly equipment, potentially. Obviously, we have to keep in mind that a lot of the pro versions of AI tools will come with a cost, and some of them will come with quite a big cost. Yeah. But in terms of, say, as I mentioned before, video, you don't need a video camera, and stuff like that.
Long term, it could save.
Yeah, exactly. And it will show you're competitive in your industry. So we really need to, at the moment, we need to get into AI now while it's still relatively new, and making sure you're kind of staying in
au fait with it, and staying in ahead of the curve. Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
So ultimately, AI will allow you to spend time and resources on the human element of marketing, and kind of leave everything else to the computer, the box.
I've got a robot Hoover, saves me so much time, but I'm sure it's trying to kill me already. So the limitations.
Yeah, so as with anything, there will always be limitations. So models like ChatGPT can just straight up lie and will often sound a bit clinical. Obviously, every company will have a tone of voice.
Yeah.
ChatGPT just can't replicate the tone of voice.
No. So when you or Hannah, for example, write for our clients, we do really have their tone of voice, their brand messaging, consistency in mind. So obviously, we would never use that to produce like things for clients because we know that we need to sound a certain way.
Exactly. And obviously, ChatGPT founder has been very vocal as well lately. He's kind of called for regulation of AI. So at the moment, it's more or less unregulated. So we do he is calling for some kind of
boundaries
of AI. Obviously, it can't replace human creativity because it uses all existing information it finds on the web to learn. So there'll never be anything new coming from AI.
Sure.
It doesn't understand context and complex situations, which is essential. You need to proofread anything that you generate from AI.
I mean, we talk about it as like working alongside like a developing child.
Exactly.
So they may produce some amazing, weird and wonderful ideas, but there's no context necessarily around it. So like children, when they're doing drawing, a piece of writing, so it needs to be sort of reined in a little bit.
Oh, and last, the one we've had a lot of fun with.
Oh, yes. So humans generated by AI, you've probably seen online, bar the pro ones, like the Donald Trump images that came out, and the royal family ones after the coronation, they'll be like using the pro software. You know, when you just pop in like them into prompt, turning humans into something else or looking like something else, we look a bit strange, extra limbs, teeth, and which we'll show you now. This is quite amusing. So
here are some we made earlier. We used Playground AI, and as you expect, it's just have a little bit of fun.
It's interesting that here we are as security guards. So the prompt was you put in security guards, and there we are, beautiful, muscly arm. You've got another someone go rummaging through your pockets there. I'm not sure, but I love that one. What's the next?
An ice cream inspired by one of our
clients. Yeah, inspired by one of our clients.
We are thrilled to be holding that ice cream.
Yeah, mine must have been really sour because I'm not sure what's going on with my face there. I've got a bit of a strange eye happening, but yeah, funny. Gave us a lot of giggles. And then surfers, I think we put in as prompt.
Surfers with some
dreamy,
really great arms.
I'm not sure what we look like there, but I'm loving my like muscle jacket. Speaking of muscles,
true stuff of nightmares.
Here we are as bodybuilders. I mean, that's not even a 6-pack. That's like a 12-pack we've got going on there, Beck. I love it.
Got some turkey teeth there.
Yeah, so turkey teeth. So that's just a bit of fun that we've had using one of the tools.
So what do we need to consider when we embrace AI? So first and foremost, you need to do your research. AI is there to support us. It's not there to hinder us or stress us out. So find out the tools that will help you. If something's not helping you, stop using it and try and find a replacement.
Yeah.
And obviously, I would factor in paying for the pro versions as well. But if you do find something that does work for you, pay for the pro, because that's where you'll get the most out of it.
Definitely.
Be an early adopter, as we've mentioned before. Don't get left behind in the industry. Start experiment with AI now.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to utilize in every aspect of your job, but just start experimenting, start finding what works.
And we're only really utilising it and integrating it into sort of client strategies when it's appropriate.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just for the sake of it. So it's being mindful, like, is it appropriate? Yes. Okay, then we can integrate some form of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's about having fun as well. Like, I mean, obviously with our images before, you can have some fun with AI.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, it's all about the brief. A detailed brief is crucial to get the results you want.
Yeah.
Abandoning skepticism. Obviously, as we mentioned previously, people are wary of AI, and it's quite an intimidating thing. It's quite a daunting thing to use, but there's plenty of things out there to help you.
I think that it makes sense with going back to like the first slide in terms of skepticism, like remind people that we're already using it. It's already there and it's already working for your business in the form of like chatbots and things like that. So it's not to be so cynical about or skeptical about, because we're literally already using it without knowing it.
Yeah. And then don't take your results at face value. Obviously, as you see,
some interesting ones.
Yeah. So if something's not working, consider why it's not working. Change the brief. Anything you use on ChatGPT or Bard or any other copy AI, you really need to fact check it and make sure you're happy with what it says.
Yeah.
And
like you said, the majority of us, we're all in the same boat. We're all still experimenting, learning. So it's a really nice time to be in marketing, particularly, and having sort of the freedom to experiment and just find out what works.
Yeah. So if you're looking for some AI inspo, trying to find the tools that will help work for your business, there's a really great comprehensive directory of AI tools called Futurepedia. It's getting updated all the time, and it will just give you kind of a starting point for a particular aspect you're looking for, whether it's video, copy, imagery, anything like that.
Great.
Definitely.
Great.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Bec. So any questions you've got, pop them in the comments, and we will have some of the team there ready to respond to you. Thanks for joining us today.
Bye.